an impact has been, and whether there's any recovery that he's seen in the last few weeks. Vinod Aggarwal, the CEO of Volvo Eicher Commercial Vehicles, joins us now to talk about that. Mr. Aggarwal, welcome to the show. Have you seen any recovery at all in sales in December after the 30% month-on-month fall that we saw in the month of November?
No, December is likely to be better than November because end of the day the businesses have to move on, and the transporters are getting used to the cashless economy, especially the large fleet operators. So they are preparing themselves to use all these cashless preloaded cards or fuel cards and RFID cards for the tolls. So I think people are getting used to it. So I think the industry should recover over a period of time.
Okay, Mr. Aggarwal, when you say industry will recover, what kind of monthly run rate are we looking at?
I think you should look at first of all the industry. Within the industry, if you look at the construction trucks have grown even in November also. And if you look at the high-end trucks, like for example, we are in Volvo trucks. Volvo trucks and the high-end trucks have grown even in November. However, the worst impacted are the haulage trucks. Now, haulage trucks are also linked to the consumption pattern in the economy. If the consumption itself comes down, or if the estimate on the GVA, the Reserve Bank of India latest estimates, they are saying that they are expecting now the growth of 7.1% for full year as against 7.6%. So it means you are expecting a drop in Q3 and Q4. So that will have an impact on the industry. So as a result of that, you will see the impact. As far as we are concerned, first 8 months overall we have grown by still 18.5% as compared to the last year's first 8 months. And of course, we would have anticipated better demand in November and December because of the festive season as well as because of the better monsoons. Now that has not happened because of the demonetization. But still we see that it should be a short-term thing, because again in Q4 we are expecting some pre-buying to happen because of the BS4.
Okay, so it's interesting you're saying that construction trucks have seen good amount of sales even in November, but it's haulage trucks that are still suffering. So that's a good data point. But on an average, you've been doing about 4,300 to 4,500 sales, commercial vehicle sales per month, barring November. When can we see you return back to that run rate?
Yeah. Let's hope. Let's see what happens in December, and we are optimistic. End of the day, businesses have to move on. That's what we have very strong opinion, that the business people, they have to get used to the cashless economy, because when there is no other choice, the business people will gear up. The only thing is the consumption. If the consumption itself doesn't go up, then there will be impact on the overall CV industry, and if overall CV industry is down, then it will impact all the players.
So for the industry as a whole, what do the early trends in December look like between construction, haulage and light commercial vehicles?
No, still I can't give any figure because it's too early to say for December. Because we are still expecting that, as I mentioned, the big fleet operators, they are geared up now. And then of course the construction trucks are doing all right. The high-end tippers, all the mining trucks they are doing all right. Now haulage, let's see how much is the impact. One of the other reason of the drop in the industry is also the used truck market, because whenever the replacement happens, these trucks the old trucks are sold and then the new ones are bought. Now old truck sales largely happen with cash. So those people are still not coming back to purchase the old trucks. So till the time that used truck market is down, the new truck market will not go up. So that's another factor. We have to look at how fast they gear up to operate in cashless economy, or how fast they are able to start operating with checks. So that's another factor which will impact the industry.
Okay, I'll just come back to you in a minute because I need to get our viewers' attention back to the markets. The bank nifty is really surging now, and a lot of heavyweight banks are making their presence felt. So look at the intraday chart of Axis Bank, look at SBI, look at ICICI Bank. All three stocks are now charging ahead, and the nifty, that's leading the nifty bank to the high point. So clearly, a large heavyweight sector like banks is starting to participate. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, and I think, we discussed in the morning, Sonia, about some of this, how, stocks like ICICI Bank maybe could see a bit of a buying, because if the FI buying is returning, it will normally find, stocks like ICICI, Infosys, HDFC, these kind of stocks. And turn by turn, you've seen these stocks go up. So both ICICI Bank and SBI doing well is a clear indication of some kind of FI buying returning. Actually, let's take our experts' thoughts on that as well. Ashwini, the bank nifty is moving to the high point. Is this clearly breaking out now?
See, like I said, after 4 weeks, Bank Nifty is going to close in the positive, and that too at its 20-week moving average. So definitely it seems like Bank Nifty is coming out of the blues, and people should carry home long Bank Nifty positions. We are doing that. Also, stocks like State Bank, Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, these are coming out of, really hammered down prices. They've made bases from where they could not break down. We tried even on the policy day. So chances are next week should be good for banks.
Okay, next week should be good for banks. Actually, that's taking the overall cash market volumes higher as well. So almost 14,000 crores in terms of cash market volumes is what we're seeing today. I'm going to come back to you, gentlemen, but let me just wrap this conversation that we're having with Mr. Vinod Aggarwal of Volvo Eicher. Mr. Aggarwal, before we let you go, just one word on your margins, because your margins fell almost 100 basis points year on year in Q2 to 7.2%. And I've heard that discounting levels have gone up. Should we expect a further drop in margins, sir?
I won't like to make a statement on the margins, especially for the forward statement that whether they will fall or what will be there. But overall, I think we are trying to manage the margins based on better price management and the costs. But of course, the market continues to be very, very competitive. Discounts are still very high.
Okay, Mr. Aggarwal, thanks a lot for your time today. That's Eicher Motors. Mr. Tulsian, this was the first stock